Yo, YouTube, this is Jordan Steele 88 coming at you with another video. And I'm here to talk about the Steelers versus Bengals preview was coming up in 2 days on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Now, let's talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, defending AFC North champions, AFC champions, a team that went to the Super Bowl. Now, this is not the everyday Bengals that you can laugh at. So, in the Bengals, it all starts with Joe Burrow. He's been pretty good. Joe Burrow has been a pretty good quarterback for the Cincinnati team for the past, about 3 seasons. No, 2 seasons, excuse me. Yeah, 2 seasons. No, 3, excuse me. But Joe Burrow has been pretty good. He's a pretty good quarterback, probably elite, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Joe Mixon, he's pretty good. Joe Mixon is one of the top backs in the game because he's a pretty good running back for the Cincinnati Bengals team. And now the receiving core is pretty good. They got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. That is an outstanding receiving core. They were outstanding last year, especially Jamar Chase running away with Offensive Rookie of the Year. T. Higgins being number 2 and Tyler Boyd being in the slot. Now the tight end, they lost Tito Osuma though, but I don't know the tight end's name. They got on the team. I forgot who it is, but hit me on the comment if you know. Now the offensive line made changes, they made improvements. They got that Collins kid, who I forgot his first name, but I forgot the others. Steeler Nation. I forgot the others. So they got pretty good offensive line. They made some improvements from last year. They gave up some sacks last year, so they improved by adding some people, maybe in the draft or free agency. Now the defensive line, it starts with 2 bookends, Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson. They were pretty good. Defensive tackles were pretty good too, but mostly it's the defensive ends. Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard, they were pretty good though. They were pretty good last year. Now the linebackers, they got pretty good linebackers too, with Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt. They're pretty good. They got a pretty good linebacking core. So now the corners, especially the slot with Mike Hilton, the former Steeler, he's been pretty good though. So Mike Hilton's been pretty good. He's a playmaker from a slot, and that makes the defense scarier when you have a slot corner being a playmaker. When he was a playmaker for us, our defense was pretty good. So, but he's been a playmaker for the Cincinnati Bengals on the nickel slot. Now Eli Apple, that's a weak link for the cornerback position. It's Eli Apple. He's been a weak link for the Bengals cornerback position. Now the Uzier kid, he's average cornerback in my opinion. Now the safeties, they're pretty good with J.C. Bates and Von Bell. J.C. Bates is a pretty good safety. Could be a bit of a ball hawk. And then Von Bell is a hitter. He could lay people out though. Von Bell could lay people out. So that's your Bengals team for this year. The team that went to the AFC Championship and won it, and the AFC North, defending AFC North champs. Now for the Steelers, this is a new era. No Big Ben at quarterback. This is a new era for the Steelers. Now, Mitch Trubisky, as expected, to be a starting quarterback, and Mitch Trubisky can move though. We don't have to deal with this stiff offense when we have Big Ben at quarterback because his legs were shot though, because his legs were shot and all that. Though he couldn't move around much in the Matt Canada system. Now you got a quarterback that can move though with Mitch Trubisky. So I expect Mitch Trubisky to do pretty well this year. Najee Harris, I expect him to make a next step from his rookie year. He's been pretty good. So I expect Najee Harris to be pretty good this year. Now our receiving core, I forgot about our fullback, Derek Watt. I hope they can use him more for the running game. Now our receiving core, I expect the receiving core to be lit this year, man. I hope they can be lit this year. I know Calvin Austin III is not playing this year. I mean he's playing this year, excuse me, but he's not out for the rest of the season though. He's on IR till week 6, I believe. So, but George Pickens, man, I expect him to do some big things. Chase Claypool's got to prove that he's a top 3 receiver, like he said. And Deontay Johnson, I don't expect no less from him. I expect a lot more from Deontay Johnson though. Now tight ends, I expect Pratt Freiermuth to make a big jump. from last year. I expect Pat Farmer to make a big jump from last year. Jack Ginger keep improving. Connor Hayward's a rookie though. Hope he can play some. So now the offensive line is going to worry me a lot this year. The offensive line is going to worry us a lot this year, still in Nation, because the only person that's been pretty consistent in the offensive line is Chuck Zakora for. I know we got 2 new guys, Mason Cole and James Daniels, but Mason Cole's been okay, in my opinion, for the offensive line. He's been okay, but James Daniels, Kendrick Green, and Kevin Dawson and Dan Moore have not been up to par. They have not been up to par. They need to improve. But Kendrick Green's on the bench, though. Kevin Dawson, I want to see this guy be like he was in his rookie season when he was just phenomenal, just pulling people on their butts and all that. I want to see that for Kendrick Green. Dan Moore, man, he's got to get it together. So now the defensive line for Steelers, we got it's Cameron Hayward, but Tyson Lewis coming back. We added former Bengal Larry Ogunjobi, because the defensive line is going to be a key for our rush defense. Because when Lou went down, our rushing defense was not good at all. Our rushing defense faded from the first game last year for the rest of the season. So if this defensive line can stay healthy, this defensive line can stop the run. And we bring Ogunjobi to help that. So now the linebacker core starts with T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith. I'm gonna talk about T.J. Watt a little bit, but Alex Highsmith, I expect to make a next step. Keep making these steps, man, to be pretty good. Now, Malik Reed, who was signed during after the preseason, I expect him to spell either T.J. Watt or Alex Highsmith. Now, T.J. Watt, I expect him he's got to keep being the defensive player of the year that he is. I expect him to pick where he left off last year when he had about 20 or more sacks, though, last year. So I expect that from T.J. Watt. Now, corners, they got to step it up, especially against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and the rest of their receiving core. Kelly Witherspoon's got to step it up. Cameron Sutton has got to step it up some. Kelly Witherspoon, I'm not Kelly Witherspoon, but guy who acquired Levi Wallace, he's got to step it up too. Hope he can play some, though. He's been a solid like number 2. It could be number 1, though. But Alfred Mollett and Cameron Sutton might share the nickelback position. Safeties. Terrell Evans has been making steps ever since we drafted him. So hope he can make a lot more improvements. Now, Minka Fitzpatrick, I expect to be the playmaker that he is, especially in the past for our pass defense. So to be a ball hawker that he is when we acquire him in 2019. So now the Steelers defense, if the defense can stay healthy, this is a top-rated defense. This is a top-rated defense though, if healthy. Now the game plan for the Steelers, we got I'm starting with the defense. We got to put pressure on Joe Burrow, force him in some mistakes, make him uncomfortable, make Joe Burrow uncomfortable, and we cannot let Joe Mixon go off. And our pass defense got to be up to par against their receiving core that have been phenomenal last year. I expect them to step it up. The secondary, they got to be up to par. You can't let Jamar Chase torch y'all. You can't let him torch you, man, because if you let him torch you, game over. So you gotta play off of him. You can't press him. So now the offense. Excuse me. The 3 losses that we suffered against them, we have turned the ball over way too often. We have turned the ball way too often, and that's why we got beat up for that. So the offense has to be a lot better. They have to be a lot better this time around. So we got to take care of the ball, and we got to slow the game down to keep Joe Burrow off the field. We must keep Joe Burrow off this field. We got to keep him off this field. That's the key to winning the game is ball control. We got to get better ball control this time around against the Bengals. So, well, because this ain't the same Bengals that we've been beating up a lot of times, and this is a new era for the Steelers franchise. No Big Ben. Got a new quarterback, Mr. Trubisky. So hope Trubisky will be pretty good. So new era for the Steelers. Not the same old Bengals though. So that's about all I gotta say. So this is Jordan Steele 88 coming at you with another video for the Steelers Bengals preview. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Yeah, man.